there, everybody. This is Anne-Marie Price bringing you another edition of The Villages Uncovered. I am out here at 1808 Hallandale Lane, which is conveniently located between the sixes. I am in a colony model. It's 1,156 square feet. The listing price is $325,000. Some key features and benefits. There is no bond balance. There is a new roof was replaced on 2024. The water heater was replaced in 2023. This home has a really great extended kitchen with granite countertops and tile flooring. There's crown molding throughout, quartz countertops in all of the bathrooms, customized walk-in closet in the owner's suite. There are plantation shutters in all of the windows, and a really beautiful enclosed glass lanai. So there's some great other features as well as an electronic screened-in garage door, which is always really handy dandy, especially for those that like to tinker in the garage. And I'd like to bring you inside to show you this lovely home.
Now, let's shift gears and take a look at what's happening in the market this week. If you're buying, selling, or just keeping an eye on the numbers here in the Villages, this is the part you don't want to miss. As always, semper paratus, always prepared. Today, I'm bringing you our weekly real estate market report. And this week, the numbers did a little line dancing. Let's break down what moved, how it compares to last week, and what that means if you're buying or selling in Florida's most dynamic 55 plus market. Homes for sale are up this week to 686. That means inventory is building, and when that happens, buyers typically gain more choices, which can shift the leverage slightly away from sellers. Meanwhile, average days on market dropped to 66. So homes are actually moving a little faster than last week. That's a sign that serious buyers are still making moves, especially for properties that are well priced and show ready. Price changes also made some noise. We had 7 price increases and a big 85 price decreases. That tells us some sellers are feeling confident, but many others are adjusting downward to meet where buyers actually are. It's a mixed message, but it's also a clear sign that the market is still correcting in real time. On the listing turnover side, expireds bumped to 12. Canceleds are at 11, and back on market listings held steady at 7. These numbers often signal homes that didn't get the traction they needed, either because of pricing presentation or buyer financing falling through. So if you're a seller, this is just a reminder, don't just list, launch it with a strategy. Now let's talk closings. Sold properties dropped to 30 and pending contracts came in at 43. Both are down last week, along with new listings, which slid to 62. Fewer pendings and new listings suggest some cooling, possibly seasonal, or just buyer hesitation as they wait for price reductions or more favorable terms. So what does all this mean? Inventory is climbing, homes are moving a little faster, pricing is being tested, but closing and contracts are softer. If you're a buyer, this is a window to negotiate smart and compare more homes. If you're a seller, pricing it right from the beginning based on recent activities and pendings, not old comps, is more important than ever. That's your Village's market update for this week. If you found this helpful, hit the like button. And if you want this kind of insight every week, subscribe to the channel and stay informed. Now, let's shift gears and move from the numbers to something I think every homeowner or future buyer in the Villages needs to hear. This week's topic is all about Florida insurance law. And roof age is one of the most specific areas because there's been a lot of confusion and even more misinformation floating around. So if you've ever been told your insurance will be denied just because your roof is over 12 years old, you'll want to hear this. When I first became a realtor here in Florida, it was common knowledge that insurance companies would drop or deny coverage on homes with roofs over 10 or 12 years old. And believe me, it actually happened to me. But here's the truth. In 2022, Florida passed a law that changed the game. And most people, including many buyers and sellers, still don't know about it. So here's what you need to know. As of July 1st, 2022, under Florida Statute 627.7011, insurance companies cannot deny or refuse to renew a homeowner's insurance policy just because the roof is under 15 years old. That's right. Even if your roof is 14 years and 11 months old, they are not legally allowed to deny you coverage based on the age alone. Now, if the roof is 15 years or older, the law says that you have the right to submit a roof inspection. And if that inspection determines that there are at least 5 years remaining, useful life, then the insurer must offer you coverage. That protection is written right into the law. It's not a guideline, it's a statute. And here's something else. Roof age is based on the last full replacement or permitted rebuild, not when the home was originally built. That's important in a market like the Villages where so many homes have had major roof updates over the years. But let's talk about what this law does not cover and where people are still getting tripped up. Florida's current insurance statute does not apply the same protections to HVAC systems or water heaters. So insurance companies are still allowed to consider the age of those systems as part of their underwriting decisions. That means if your AC unit is pushing 15 to 20 years, it could trigger inspection requests, higher premiums, or even rejections. Because there is no law saying they can't. And this brings us to the next common question. I get this as a local realtor here in Central Florida. Even if they can't deny me because of roof age, can they still charge me more? And the answer is yes. Insurers can still charge higher premiums for older roofs, even if they meet the minimum standards. Push homeowners into actual cash value policies instead of full replacement value. Require roof or 4-point inspections before issuing or renewing a policy. And that's especially common in areas like ours where retirement homes are aging but still in great condition. I highly recommend a 4-point inspection. It's very helpful. Now, you might be wondering, why was this even an issue to begin with? Well, before this law was passed, it was standard practice, not illegal, just common for insurers to decline coverage based on a roof age alone. And that's where that old 12-year rule came from. It wasn't law, just an internal underwriting shortcut. But in 2022, the state stepped in and said, if the roof is in good shape, it doesn't matter how old it is, you have a legal right to coverage. But let's be honest, this doesn't mean the problem is entirely solved. The law protects access to coverage, not pricing. So older roofs, even if covered, may still face higher premiums or reduced payout terms, especially with the shifts some carriers are making towards actual cash value policies. This means your roof might be covered, but if it fails, your reimbursement could be limited by depreciation. So make sure to read the fine print. Here in the Villages where homes range from brand new construction to properties that are 20, 30, even 40 years old, this kind of knowledge is power. Whether you're relocating, downsizing, or investing in a second home, understanding the Florida insurance market is just important as square footage and price per square foot. So here's your takeaway. Your roof can be old. It just can't be failing. And as your realtor in the Villages, I always recommend ask about the roof replacement date, review the most recent inspection or 4-point report, and make sure you understand what kind of insurance coverage you're getting, not just the premium price. If you want a quick printable summary of all of this, I've got you covered. I've put together a 1-page takeaway with everything you need to know about Florida's roof law, what's covered, what's not, and what it means for your wallet. You can grab that at my next open house or in the video description below. And if this topic raised questions for you or you had a roof-related insurance issue recently, drop it in the comments. I want to hear your story. There is a disclaimer. I am not a licensed insurance agent, so I can't tell you anything specifically towards it, but this is a great place to start. That wraps up this week's update, from market stats to legal changes that directly impact your home and your future. As always, personal, prepared, strategic, always with integrity. I'll see you next week. Hey, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make it a great week. Thanks so much for tuning in.